Daryl saw Zala lower her head. She knew the words were true. Extar stared at the Count with a fierce and painful look, for he remembered the time when evil had ruled him. He clenched his fists and strained against the magic that held him, but he could not move. Count Bullock scoffed at him.
I feel your pain,
he hissed.
You remember when you were Radix.
Then he looked around at all his captives.
I must ask you to be quiet now.
Daryl felt magic rise in his throat. His mouth seemed suddenly stuffed with feathers, and he could not speak. The Count lifted his arms again toward the Enchantress. Red fire poured from his hands. The Enchantress felt the fire enter her body. To her own horror, it did not at first feel like pain. It felt warm and rich, and something inside her longed for more. The fire fed the demon part of her. A hidden hunger rose up and welcomed it. But another part of her, the human part, she saw the truth. The fire was burning her. It was taking her will. She gathered all her strength and tried to resist. For a little while she held back, but the red fire grew stronger. It pressed into her mind. It spread through her bones. It whispered in the dark places within her. She knew she could not resist much longer. Then, in the very moment when she thought all was lost, she found a place in her mind she had never noticed before. It was quiet and silver and far away, like moonlight seen at the bottom of a well. From that place a voice called to her. She shook her head slightly. She knew that voice. It was Queen Rithan. A vision of the Queen appeared before her, gentle and bright, within the secret chambers of her mind. Dear Enchantress, said the Queen, I have come through the hive mind to tell you what you are. You are part changeling. The fire magic cannot master you if you use that gift. Change, child, change into another creature. As soon as the words were spoken, the red fire blazed with an unquenchable pain. How do I change? Cried the Enchantress. Imagine yourself as any creature you desire. The Enchantress searched her heart. What I want to be, she said, is a giant moth. Daryl watched the red fire pour into her. Then, to his despair, her body seemed to melt. But she was not melting away. A ring of glistening green light formed at her feet. It rose slowly, passing over her body like a curtain of living emerald. Wherever it passed, the Enchantress changed. Her limbs altered, her shape lengthened. Great ornate purple wings unfolded from her back. In a moment, where the Enchantress had stood, there hovered a giant moth-like creature, beautiful and terrible, with wings patterned as though a midnight garden had been painted upon them. Count Bullock cried out.
No, cannot do this. I command you to stop.
He shook his hands at her. The red fire splashed across the moth-like body, but it could not cling. It fell away into the darkness like water from an oiled glass. Then the fire ceased altogether. Count Bullock stood in the dim chamber, staring at his ring with a worried look. It no longer gave him power. He turned quickly toward his prisoners and realized too late they also were free. Malika cried out, You have freed us with your changeling magic. Daryl Benton snatched up his sword. Zala leapt into the air, ready to do battle with the demon bats. Count Bullock recovered himself and called,
Come, Alex, destroy these invaders.
From the darkness stepped Alex Bonecry, the necromancer. He held a silver sword and his hollow eyes fixed on Daryl.
I have waited some time,
said Alex,
to finish my battle with you.
He came and stood behind Count Bullock. The Count smiled and raised both arms.
Come now, creatures of darkness, help me finish the destruction of all who resist me.
From the corridors and the shadowed corners of the chamber came a host of horrors, undead warriors, demon bats, strange hungry things from the demon world, eager to tread in the land of the living.
Okay, let's stop here.